This conference will now be recorded.
All right, in the last session, we majorly covered on the calculated measures, right? Some grid page options and calculated measures, restricted measures, aggregations, uh, and also measured dimensions, right? Like how do you convert measure into a dimension? And also the reference line. So I covered these many topics. So in the last session, so let's go ahead now. Okay, create few more widgets. Okay, insert a chat here. So let me create few more aggregations. Okay, I'll go for combination column and line chat. So where I'll create few aggregations, guys. Yeah. Please mute yourself if you're not speaking. Okay, so I'm creating a new aggregation. I would like to see the average sales by manager. Okay, so average sales by manager in different locations. Okay, so in this case, what I do, so here I go. In the operation, so far I used count operation, right? Count and count dimensions I used. So this time I'm going for average. You have average, average excluding nulls, average excluding zero and nulls. Okay, even null is also a value, so I just go average. This average exclude nulls. So take the average net sales, and in the aggregated dimensions, I go with sales manager. It will generate the average sales by one sales manager. Okay, so in the dimensions, I'll take location dimension. The average sales by manager in California region is this. Okay, it's quite high. In Oregon, it's around this. Oh, sorry. I'll do one thing, guys. I'll not do by manager. I'll do by store. Let's go. Did calculation. I'll take average sales by store. So what is your average sale happening on a store basis? Okay. So average sale happening from one store in the column axis. In the line axis, I would like to take median sales by manager. Okay. So I'll create a new calculation in line axis. Again, I'll go for aggregation. So far I created a lot of calculated restrictive measures. Now I'm creating more on aggregations. Okay. In the aggregation, I'll go like median sales by manager. So here I go instead of sum, count, average. We have like first, last, standard deviation, median sales. Okay, our first quartile is like 1/4. Third quartile is like 3/4 kind of thing, guys. Median is 50. So this is 25th, this is 50th, this is 75th value out of 100. So I'll go median. Show me the median net sales by sales manager. So that is in the line axis. I'll take median net sales in the line axis and average sales by store. Let me just rename this. It's not average sales by manager, it's average sales by store. Okay. Don't overlap the y-axis. It will create separate y-axis. Let me add all borders. And also, I'll apply some scaling factor here. The column axis, show column axis in million. Line axis also, I'll pick million. Okay, so there you go. So we can see. So even in California, guys, some parameters like the average sale happened from one store is quite high when compared to Nevada and Oregon. I can see in California, even there might be lot many stores in California. So here we can say that, guys, we are achieving a lot of net sales in California because we got around 140 stores in California and only 56 and 24 in Nevada and Oregon. But even you see the average sale happening on one store is quite high in California when compared to Nevada and Oregon. Oregon is still in range, but Nevada is quite low. Again, you see the median sales happened by one manager in California region is quite high when compared to Nevada and Oregon also. Okay, so these are like some parameters, guys. Like this is how the analytics run, right? So you're digging deep. So we're creating a lot of calculations. So I created calculations. I created calculated measures here. I created restricted measures here. I created aggregations, right? Where I counted dimensions, right? Here I used count dimensions to count the number of stores. Here I used the count option to calculate the number of sales orders created. Then I used average and median, okay, to get the average sale by store and median sales by manager. And also we converted a measure to a dimension. So we used a measure dimension to see how many stores are in different sale ranges. Okay. Now let's do kind of a what if analysis. Okay. So guys, generally, so we call it as projected measures. Okay, let's create some projected measures. Okay, using calculations. Okay. So guys, right now you see net sales, which is nothing but gross sales minus discount. Okay. So now if user wants to compare, like if user asks me the question like, what will be my net sales if I don't give discount at all on any product? Okay, so what will be my net sales or what will be my projected net sales if I don't give any discount? So if I give 10% universal discount on all products in all locations, what will be my projected net sales? If I give 20% discount, what will be my projected sales? I would like to compare your actual with the projected ones. Okay. So in that, this kind of analysis is what we call it as what if analysis. Means what if I make discount percent as 0? What if I make discount percentage as universally 10? So what will happen? So we can compare your actual with the projected, and take some decisions based on that. We call it as what if analysis. So let me create a measure for that. Okay, let me create one widget. I go insert a new widget here. I go designer mode. I'll create column chat only, bar column chat. So here I'll add my measure as net sales. Based on location dimension. Now I'll create a new calculation called projected net sales. Create a new calculation that is projected net sales. Guys, net sales is always gross sales minus your discount. So here I'm not taking actual discount, guys. I'll make discount percentage. Okay, how do you calculate discount based on discount percentages? Discount is nothing but gross sales. Again, gross sales multiplied with discount percentage. For suppose discount percentage is 10, 10. This whole stuff divided by 100. I'll put in another parenthesis. Here now, this is gross sales minus, this will be your discount amount based on the percentage. If discount percentage is 10, then gross sales multiplied by 10 divided by 100 will give you the discount amount. Means for suppose your gross sales is 1000, guys. So discount percentage is 10. So discount amount is nothing but 1000 multiplied by 10. So that is 10,000 divided by 100. Again, it will be 100. Right? So if it is 20, so it will be 200. But here, guys, I'm not maintaining. I don't want to maintain a manual discount percentage. I want the user to maintain it. Okay, imagine I want the user to write his own discount percentage, and I want this project unit sales to calculate from the user entered discount percentage. In this case, instead of writing a static value, okay, what I do is I'll create an input control. See here, there is an option guide. Let's create a calculation input control. Create a new calculation input control. Guys, last time I created calculation input control on a dimension so that it will take the data from product dimension. But this time I'm creating it on static list because I want only a number. I want only a number, so I'm creating a calculation input control on static list. So in the input values, you can select by member or select by range. So I go with select by range. Okay. So I say my discount percentage should be between 0. So for suppose in an organization, I can give a maximum of 50%, guys. For suppose I can give a maximum discount of 50%. So my range of discount percent should be between 0 to 50 and say increment by 5. So that means it will be 0, 5, 10, 15, 20 like that. You cannot give 12, 13s in the discount percentage. So because I'm saying increment by 5. So I want my discount percentage to be between 0 to 50 and increment by 5. Say okay. I given the range for this data. The default value is 0. That's okay. Say okay now. So I created a calculation input control IC underscore discount. Here I'll go add this. So this is now gross sales minus cross sales multiplied by discount percentage. The discount percentage is user enter value by 100. Okay, gives you the projected net sales. So if discount percentage is 0, guys, your projected net sales will become gross sales straight away. Okay, so I created now projected net sales also. I'll go scaling in million. I'll do one thing. I'll remove the show or head. Don't show the chat title. Okay. So guys, this is your original net sales 545.72 million. Okay, projected net sales is 723 million if discount percentage is 0. Okay, so here I go. I can click on it. You will see the range. What if I make my discount percentage as 10? You see your projected net sales will be decline. There will be a small decrease in the value. So it is 545 million actuals in California, 651 million if I give only 10% discount on the product. So what if I give 20% discount? It is in range. 545 million is actual and 578 is projected. So based on the nets discount percentage. So this is like what we call it as a what if analysis. The user will have sometimes question, right? What if I make my discount as 0 or discount as 10 for universal? So what will be my projected? I would like to compare actual versus projected, then you can make use of this. Clear, guys? Any questions here?
So can't we give the incremental value to 2.5 or the decimal value cannot be?
Here I given increment as 5 man. So means like 0, 5, 10, 15. If you
Right.
give increment as 1, you give increment as 0.5, it will be 0.5, 1.5 also is possible.
Okay. Means 2.5.
Incremental value is 5. I given 5, so it will be 5 in multiples of 5. If you give increment by 0.5, it will be in incremental values of 0.5.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
No, sorry, not an input control. Let go, insert a text box. Okay. So here I say discount is add a dynamic text from calculation input control. I see underscore discount. We give it as 20%. So this is how we can perform some kind of a what if stuff. Okay. So this page, guys, I created everything through, everything is calculated, right? So I made use of calculated restrictive measures, calculation input controls, means input controls which will impact only your calculations, aggregations where I made use of count dimensions, average and medians. I also converted a measure to a dimension, right? So here I can also do a kind of a linked analysis. So what do we mean by linked analysis is, so this is kind of an impact analysis, guys. Like generally, for suppose if you apply, just a minute.
Satya, can't hear you.
I'm not speaking, man. Okay, so now let's go with a location analysis. In the location analysis, uh, so let's go with linked analysis here. In the linked analysis, if you apply a filter on one widget, that filter will be applicable to all other widgets. Okay, I'll give a simple example, guys. You got one widget where you're seeing all the overall information, and in there are in another widgets you're seeing some details, guys. You're seeing some details, like in one widget you're seeing the sales at country level, and there are few widgets where you're seeing the data at city level and state levels. Okay, some details, and the user they want to see the details of one specific country. For suppose the user wants to see the details of one specific country. So in this, what we say, in the widget, right, which is giving you the overall information, if you click on that particular country, all the widgets, okay, which are showing the detailed information, should show only the details for that specific country. Okay, so we call this as linked analysis. Let me show you the linked analysis. Maybe one widget. I go here at level 2. So here you're seeing the data at city level. So now I just go. So here I go to this widget, net sales per location. Here you see there is an option called linked analysis. So interactions apply only to this widget. So here you can have an option called interactions apply to all the widgets in the story, all the widgets on the page, and only selected widgets. I say all the widgets on the page. Apply the interactions to all the widgets on the page, and filter on data point selection. I'll pick the option called filter on data point selection. Okay, say apply. So if I now go click on California, filter on data point selection, guys, means if I select California there, that's it. Click on California means I selected California. So all the widgets will start showing data only for California. Here you see seeing data for only California. Here you're seeing only the cities under California, guys. Earlier you're seeing all the cities. Now you see only the cities that are available under California. So 140 stores in California. Here also you see only the stores that are in California within the sale range. Okay. And the orders created in California. So you see everything only for California region. So this is what we call it as linked analysis. So linked analysis we have like if you have widgets which shows overall information, widgets which shows the details, and you want to show see only the details of that particular data point, okay, then we can actually link this widget showing the overall information to the widget showing detail information through linked analysis. Now we linked all these widgets, right, through linked analysis. If I select only Oregon, so you see data only for Oregon. You see only the cities under Oregon here. Here also you see the number of stores in different sale range in Oregon. All right. So that is how we do the linked analysis. It's not mandatory you need to link all the widgets on the page. You can link specific widgets only, so that only those widgets will be filtered automatically. You can link all the widgets on the story, all the widgets on the page, and a few selected widgets as part of linked analysis. Okay. Any questions, guys, so far on the linked analysis, what if analysis, calculation, input controls?
Satya, further detailed information can we get that information in some other charts like we are selecting a country, it is showing some 140 stores. If we select that 140 stores, it will show the detailed information. No? Is it possible?
If I select 140 store, it should show.
The what are the stores are there in that 140 store?
Create
Detail
another
level
widget.
information.
Create another widget. Link it up.
Okay.
Create a widget, something showing sales by store. Link this straight away.
Okay.
If you don't have widget, right, so we cannot show. First, make sure you have a widget created and then link it up. Simple. Maybe here I have, here you see, here I have the store data, right? The sales happening at store. Just a moment. Guys, here you see you have store, right? So in this case, what you can do is create a similar widget, what I created here. So create a similar widget in the location analysis page. The same page, create the similar widget and then link it up here. Simple. Okay, let's say linked analysis. Okay, and only selected widget and select that widget straight away. Select the widget. What have you created for the store? Got my point? All right, guys. So here I created so far 6 pages with lot of calculations. Now let's create few widgets with measure input controls and dimension input controls. Guys, just give me a minute, please. I'll be back in a minute and I'll continue with this dimension and measure input controls. Hey guys, just give me a moment, please. I have small issue with my system. I'm just stopping I'm
This
starting the recording
conference
once
will
again.
now be recorded.
Okay, so guys, in the location analysis, we created a lot of calculations. So I'll create another canvas page where here I'll write some kind of an advanced options. Okay, so here what I do is let me insert a new chat where I'll create difference agree, where I'll make use of difference. Okay, so where I do analysis based difference measures. So I'll add a new measure here. So these are the measures I created it so far, the calculations we created. They'll create a new calculation. Guys, so far I created calculated measures, restricted measures, and aggregations. So there is two more options, guys, like difference from and dimension to measure. So if you have any dimension having numeric values, right, like 1, 2, 3, 4, you can convert that dimension to a measure, guys. Like for suppose, guys, you have age, where the values are numeric and age is identified as a dimension. You want to see it as a measure, okay, or some kind of sale, which is identified as a dimension, but you want to convert that into a measure, you can do it. But in my case, in this data model, I don't have any dimension which is having numbers. Okay, and we rarely use this dimension to measure conversions, guys. We rarely do this because if you want to convert, it's always ideal to convert in the data model level itself. This conversion can be done at the data model level. We always do it at the data model level so that the data will be aggregated and coming into the story. I repeat, instead of coming here, converting at the story level and aggregating at the story level. So dimension to measure conversions always happen at the data model level layer only. I'll clearly show when I start working on the data modeling. Okay, but as of now, I got no dimension which has numeric values to be converted to a measure. So I'm ignoring this as of now. So let's make use of difference from. Guys, difference from, it is majorly used to see, it's like a variance kind of charts, guys. Like you want to see, you want to compare your net sales of current year with the previous year, current quarter with the previous quarter. Okay, or so in this kind of case, so we can make use of a difference from option. So let me show you. So you know difference from. Okay, I write it as sale difference. I create one measure, that is sales difference. So here I'll pick my measure as net sales. I'll pick my measure as net sales. So time dimension is date. I have only one date time dimension, that is date. Okay, so I'll pick my time dimension as date. So compare your net sale of current period. If you have current period, guys, so means if you have data for 2024, you can pick current period or current date, or else, okay, you can create an input control to pick the period also. Okay, so I'll create a calculation input control to pick the period. So I go for IC underscore date. So I'm creating an input control on date dimension, select by range. I say it my range as fixed. Okay, so guys, in most of the cases, we do year level comparisons only. So here I take granularity is year. The user can select 2014 or 2015 or 2016. Okay, so I'm taking the date at year level range. So default value is 2014. Fine. Okay. It will compare net sales of 2014 with, then you have an option as previous n periods, guys, or previous period or previous year. If I select previous year, it will compare 2014 with 2015. If you select 2015, it will be compared with 2014. If you select 2016, it will be compared with 2015. It will show the difference, your percentage increase or decrease. Okay, with the previous year. And also you can calculate as a percentage also. If you want to calculate as abs, you get absolute base value. Okay, calculate as a percentage, divide your absolute value with value of B, means previous year value. So you'll get both. Okay, percentage terms also. So means we can select the year manually as a calculated dimension and do this. See you now. So and it will compare with previous year always. I selected it as previous year. If you have data at month level, you can take it as previous month. If you have data at quarter level, you can take quarter. Okay, so sorry, here the hierarchy is year, half year and months. If it is quarter, quarter also can be selected. Maybe here, the IC date. Let me read this input control. Okay, that's fine. Say okay. If I say okay. See, there is no data available because I don't have data for 2013. Let me make my data as 2015. So now you see your sales were increased by 9.64% when you compare 2015 with 2014. Okay, because it's showing in percentage terms. Your sales were increased by 9.64% when you compare 2014 and 2015. So in this case, I can go at location dimension. I would like to see in different states how your sales were increased. In Nevada, there was a decline. In California and Oregon, so this is how your sales were increased. If I select 2016, guys, it's always ideal to do comparison at year level only. Don't do it quarter or month level. It's not ideal. So from 2016 to 2015, so there is a huge jump in Nevada sales, California. So guys, I would like to show both absolute value and percentage terms in this case. Maybe I need to. Okay. So I'll also create one more calculation. Same. I'll make use of difference here now. Difference from sale difference. Absolute. So I'll go same net sales by date dimension. Compare your date with previous year. With previous year. So it will be absolute value. One is absolute value, another is percentage. So as you have two different levels, so I'll go as combination column and line chart. I'll make sale difference absolute in the line axis. I'll put this in the line axis. So this is column axis, that is line axis. Don't overlap my y axis. So here I go. I'll add all borders. 2 pixel width. So this is now shown in millions. So there is a 43 million increase when compared between 2015, 2016 and 24.9% increase in the sales. Nevada 7.531. If I go with Oregon, if I give 2015, if I compare 2014 with 2015. So this is thing. Clear, everyone? Makes sense, the difference from. Okay, guys, I would like to compare 2015 with 2016 with 2014. How do I do it? See here, I'm always comparing to the previous year at any given point of time. So for suppose the sale absolute and sale difference, I would like to go edit calculation. Okay, right now I'm always comparing to previous years. I would like to compare 2016 with 2014, 2 years back. In this case, previous instead of years, what I do, previous n period I'll take. Okay, previous n periods. Okay, and nth period I'll take as, I'll create an input control to select the n. So that is from static list I pick. That is IC underscore year I pick. How many years you should go back to compare? You can say select by member or select by range. I say select by member. So it's a single selection. So here I'll go 1, 2, 3. So I given 3 members. So user select 1, it will go 1 year back. It will compare 2016 with 2015. If user go 2, it will compare 2016 with 2014. If I go use 3, 2016 will be compared with 2013. You say set now. Let's say set. Say okay. So even number of years also I'm going. I'm making it as dynamic. Say okay. So in this case, I'll pick my year as 2016. Hmm? So it is comparing 2015 to 2016 and year as 2. It will compare now 2014 with 2016, guys. It will now actually compare 2014 with 2016. So now you see the comparison is from 2014 to 2016. It's clear? Makes sense?
Can we enable
The
that
difference from
labels, Satya? Whatever we are selecting and whatever the previous year it is selecting.
create. What do you mean to say?
And the label, suppose here IC underscore year we are giving as a 2 years. We want to display that year 2014 in the graph level. How can we display that label?
The graph level you cannot add. So let me create a calculation. I'll go for calculated dimension.
Instead of 1, 2, 3, if you give years, will it take Satya if the data is available or it won't?
No, it won't take it. See, if you want to give it like that, so guys, what you can do is create a restricted measure. Net sales restricted 2016. Create another restricted measure. Net sales restricted 2015. Net sales for 2014. Create multiple restricted measures and create a calculated measure which is nothing but 2016 minus 2015. So that is also works fine. Okay. You want to clearly show 2016 and 2015. So there is another way. Create a restricted measure. Restrict for 2016. Net sales restrict with 2016. Another restricted measure. Net sales restrict with 2015. And then create a measure input control. Um, I'll show how measure input controls work. So here if I have a date function, I would have gone with date, but why I'm not seeing the date function? Please mute yourself if you're not speaking. Mm. No, man, I cannot do that now. I cannot show 2014. 2016 I can show because I can create. What I do here is, let's go. The show or hide. Don't show chat title. I can show 2016 compared with 2 years back. Like but I cannot say it as 2014. Where is my date? Yeah, my system is misbehaving from the morning. Insert a text page. Text box. So here I say add a dynamic text. Take data from calculation put control, that is IC date. So I cannot write 2014 here, guys. What I can do is I can go for a dynamic text. I'll put calculation control, that is set here. So previous year 2 means it will go 2 years back. Okay, if I go previous year once, it will be compared with 2015. If you want to see 2015, 2016 manually, guys, what you can do is you can create some kind of a restricted measures there. Right? So that is about difference from. Okay, so I created all the types of calculations I have analysis, and then here I go difference from. Okay, now let me create few measure and dimension put controls here. Okay, so I insert a new chat. Okay. So guys, I'll create this as a time series chart. So far in the trend analysis, I created stacked area and line charts, but now I'm creating a time series. So this time I'm going for time series. In time series, the base dimension is always a date dimension. See now, I'll add my base. It is always asking for a time dimension. I go for date as a date dimension here. Time series chart is always date based on time dimension. It is always used for trend analysis, means how your values are changing with time. So in the measures, okay, I'm not taking a single measure or something. So I have an option called create a measure input control. I'm creating a measure input control. I can select required measures in this measure input control. I select few measures like sales orders, then net sales, then gross sales, and average sales by store. I select four measures. I select discount. Five measures I selected here. I go, let's say add all borders here first. 2 pixel width. So guys, now you see here. So the base of time series strategy, it is always based on date dimension. Here you see, and here you see on the top you see some filters. You want to see the last 1 month data, recent 1 month data, or recent 3 months data. You can have some standard filters to see the last 3 months, last 6 months, or year to date information, the current year information, or last 1 year data. Okay, and if you want to see all, you go for all. It shows all the 3 years data. So these are some static filters you have on the top. And here you see there is a dynamic time range filter also. I would like to see 2015 and 2016 data. I can set my time filter from Jan 2015 till December 2016. Okay. And here using only values for few guys. If you place your cursor, then using the values. In this case, I go to the designer mode. Okay, of the time series chart. Okay, the date dimension. I'll set my hierarchy as year, half year, and month, year, quarter, and month. I'll set my hierarchy of date dimension to year, quarter, and month. So right now it is showing the data at month level. Okay, if I go at quarter level, it will show at quarters. So I'll pick, let me show the sales orders created at quarter level. So from Q1 to Q3, like that, you see, place your cursor there, you'll see data. Your height, don't show time intervals. If you don't want to see the top level time intervals, you can remove them. It's up to you. All right, I want to see them. Your height. Right. There should be something called date picker. Yeah, sorry, I have this. Here you see there is an option called date picker, guys. If I go for date picker, you can also set your own time range here. Okay, from where you want to see the data. Here the data from January to October 2016, quarter wise. Okay, if you don't want to see the date picker, say, let's say the show or height, don't show date picker. Okay, so this is how you see the values. Now in the time series chart, added a measure input control where I'm seeing these values. So here you see values for only few quarters, guys. The reason is if you go to the styling of this widget, so here there is an option called prioritize your time access intervals. Show data points. In the show data points, you have prioritize time access intervals. If you say pick all, it will try to show data point for everything. It is now showing the data points for everything. Okay, and it is in random, it is showing the values also. So I would like to show all data points here. Okay, so now you see the sales orders that are generated for each and every quarter. See, if you go with the measure input control, guys, you can dynamically change the measures in your widget. So if I select net sales, now your chat will try showing net sales here. If I pick gross sales, it will show gross sales. How your gross sales has been changing with time. This is in million USD. Okay. If I go for average sale by store, how average sale by store is changing with time. As it is measure input control, guys, sales orders are not in million. So I cannot say. So here, if I go scale format is in millions, I'll have issue with sales orders. You see how your average sale has been changing with time. Okay. The only problem is with sales orders, guys. Because my scale is in million, right? Sales orders is in thousands. Remaining all you'll see perfect. Okay, how your net sales changing with time, how your average sales store by store. So now you see how your average sale by store is changing with time. Yeah, any questions, anyone? In millions. So this is how your time series chat works. So time series chats always based on time dimension. You have a dynamic time filters that can be applied on time series chats. And here I created a measure input control. Measure input control can be applied on any widget, not only time series chat. It's where you can dynamically change the measure in your widgets using this measure input control options.
Can we convert this chart into a multiple charts like using one of the inputs? We have one option is there now.
What? Which option?
That is like a toddler or something is there.
I
Second.
didn't cover that, right?
On the first page itself, we have created now that in a single chart we can divide into multiple charts.
Trellis.
Yes.
It's covered, right?
Yes. Can we apply that option on this chart, on this time chart?
Time series. No, man. How trellis can be applied? You see
Okay.
that option.
Okay.
Trellis cannot be applied on all chats.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go with. Okay, I'm out of time. So what I'll do is dimension input control I created, time series chats I created. So in session 9, okay. So I created time series already. So I'll create box plot chat, guys. I'll go with histogram. I'll also create TGRs, error bar, okay, story preferences. So these are the options I'll work on in the next session, right? I stop here. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Maybe 2 to 3 sessions, guys. We'll be wrapping up this story building component. All right. Thank you.